Alright, in today's video we are talking about factoring trinomials when a is not 1. So a, remember, is that number in front of our x squared, b is the number in front of our x, and c is our constant. So just like we did for when a equals 1, we're going to use the AC method or the diamond method. So for that method, we are going to multiply a times c. So our a is 6, our c is negative 10. So that's going to be 6 times negative 10, which gives us negative 60 on the top of our x. Now, just like before, the bottom of our x is going to be our b. So 11 goes in the bottom. Now, we are going to find multiples of negative 60 that will add to 11. So they have to multiply to negative 60 and add to 11. So now, our multiples of 60, we have negative 1 and 60, we have negative 2 and 30, we've got negative 3, 20, we've got negative 4 and 15, we've got negative 5, and 12, and we'll stop there. So now we are going to look at these and see if any of them add to 11. We can also look at, so we have negative 1 and 60, we can also look at positive 1 and negative 60. So we'll cross that bridge if we have a negative 11 somewhere popping up here. So negative 1 plus 60 is 59. Negative 2 times 30 is 28, plus negative 3 plus 20 is 17. Negative 4 plus 15 is 11. We can stop there. We've got it. So now, that tells us that the negative 4 and 15 can go on the sides of our x. And what that means is that we can replace 11x with negative 4x plus 15x. And then we're going to factor it by grouping. So let's do that. We've got 6x squared minus 4x plus 15x minus 10. Now, in here, we're going to factor by grouping. So our first group is 6x squared minus 4x. That is going to become 2x times 3x minus 2. Our second group, we have 15x minus 10. That's going to become 5 times 3x minus 2. So now, we notice that we have this 3x minus 2 in common, so that comes first. And then we have 2x plus 5 left over, so that goes in our second set of parentheses. And that is our final answer. And we can check this by FOILing to see if we get our original equation back. So 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times 5 is 15x. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. And negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. We can combine that 15x and negative 4x to be 11x. So we end up with 6x squared plus 11x minus 10, which was our original equation, so we did it correctly. All right, this second example, we have 2n squared plus 5n plus 2. We're going to follow the same steps. So the first thing that we do is multiply our a times c. Our A is 2, our C is 2. So it's going to be 2 times 2, which gives us 4 up top. Let me use a different color so you can see that better. And then our bottom, we put our B, which is 5. So now we need two numbers that will multiply to give us 4 and add to give us 5. So let's look at some multiples of 4. We have 1 times 4, and we have 2 times 2. 1 plus 4 is 5, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So from this, we can get that the 1 and the 4 are going to be the terms that we need. So we put those in the sides of our x, and that tells us that we replace this 5n with 1n and 4n. Both of them are positive. So let's do that. That's going to give us 2n squared plus 1n plus 4n plus 2. So now we are going to factor this by grouping. Our first group is 2n squared plus 1n. Our GCF of that is n. So we're left with 2n plus 1 on the inside. Our second group is 4n plus 2. Our GCF of that is 2, and we're left with 2n plus 1 inside there as well. So now our final answer comes from this. We have 2n plus 1 in both of them. So 2n plus 1 goes first, and then we have n plus 2 left over. That goes second, and that is our answer. And now we can check this by foiling. So FOIL is first, outer, inner, last again. We have 2n times n is 2n squared. 2n times 2 is 4n. 1 times n is 1n. And 1 times 2 is 2. We can combine the 4n and the n to be 5n, giving us 2n squared plus 5n plus 2, which is our original problem, so we did it correct.